Come to a tabletop position on your mat. Inhale. Exhale. Straighten your left leg behind you. You have the option to turn your fingers to face your legs. This will give you a nice stretch across your wrists. Exhale. Push back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Hold. This short practice is going to help you open your heart and think about your third eye, the space between your eyebrows. Come back to a tabletop position. Bring your fingers to point towards the front of your mat. Pause. Take the same leg up and then knee to nose. Inhale up, slightly look up. Knee to nose. Inhale, really stretch back. Exhale, round your back. Bring your knee towards your nose. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. One last time. Bring your leg back to the mat. Notice how that side feels. Inhale, stretch that leg back. Bring it over your right leg. Inhale up. Over, foot to floor if possible. Inhale up. Look back towards that foot on the ground. Inhale up. Looking back, a little side bend. Inhale up. It's known as wag the dog. Pause, breathe in and out. Bring your leg to meet the other. Kick your leg out to the side. Inhale, out. Exhale, down. Inhale, out. Exhale, down. Keep going on your own time. Bring your foot to the floor. Move your hand to underneath your head. Stretch your opposite arm up towards the ceiling. Feel as if those arms are coming apart. Bring your hand back down to the mat and your foot to bring next to your other foot. Second side, inhale, exhale, stretch your leg back, toes under. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Keep going on your own time. Pause. Bring your leg back to the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Really stretch that leg out behind you. And round your back, bring your knee towards your nose. Up. Think about that space between your eyebrows, your third eye, the seat of your intuition. The purpose of this practice is to get into that intuition. Get clear about what you want in 2020. Inhale, leg back. Exhale, cross it over. Up. Look back at that foot on the ground. Up. Nice side bend. Up. Inhale up, stretching back. Exhale, stretching towards the floor. Giving your side body a nice stretch. Bring your leg back to the mat. Notice how you're feeling. Kick your leg out to the side. Inhale out. Exhale back to the mat. Keep going at your own pace. Letting go of anything that's not serving you from last year. Bring your foot down to the floor. Bring your arm up towards the ceiling. Really back bending a little bit, opening up all from the tops of your fingers all the way down to that foot on the ground. Exhale. Come back to tabletop. Curl your toes under. Lift your hip towards the ceiling. If your hamstrings are really, really tight, you can take your feet wide, about as wide as the mat, and really bend your knees on this first one. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Really think about getting that foot towards the ceiling, rounding the back. Inhale up. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale up. Slowly bring your foot back. Slowly bring your foot down to the mat. Take your hands to your thigh. It's okay if you wobble, obviously. Everybody wobbles from time to time. And if you're ready, you can go ahead, bring your arms up towards the ceiling, trying to get more length in your spine. And if this is too much for you, you can just simply do a low lunge on your mat, keeping your knee on the mat. Bring your hands back to the mat. Step your foot back, down dog. Still bending your knees, thinking about lengthening from your hips down towards your head. Inhale, leg up, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale up, come across your body to the opposite elbow. Keep going on your own time. Inhale, leg up. Bend your knees. Slowly bring that leg down, out to the side. Opening your arm up towards the ceiling. You can also do this with a bent knee and do it on the floor. Really bend your knees and slowly bring your legs back into a down dog. It's a little awkward, I know. Let that go. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, leg to same elbow. Inhale up, knee to elbow. Keep going. You've got this. We're strengthening our core. We're also strengthening our legs and our upper body. It's really a full body strengthener. Bring your foot down to the mat. Take your knee to the mat. Let your foot come down to the mat as well. And then you have the option to stay up on your hands or come down to your forearms. It's a little deeper stretch. And you can also let the bent knee, the foot fall to the side and let your hip open out. This is a great stretch for runners after a run. Take a few deep breaths here. Really slowly bring your hands to the mat. Curl your toe under, straighten that back leg, bring the front leg back to meet it. Walk your feet to your hands. Bring your head towards your mat. You can grab under your big toes. You can bend your knees a lot to make your spine nice and long. You can also reach back behind your calves and pull yourself a little closer to your legs. Once again, thinking about that third eye, the space between your eyebrows, letting whatever comes to you come. Step back into down dog. Now we need to go through the second side. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, round your back. Bring your knee towards your nose. Take your foot to the mat. Really bend that front knee. Bring your hands to your thigh. Think about lengthening your head up towards the ceiling. Always an option to take a low lunge on your mat. If you want to, inhale your arms up towards the ceiling. Bring your hands back to the mat. Step your foot back to meet the other. Pause. Inhale, uphill. Notice if your down dog feels a little different now that you're warm. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Keep flowing through this. Remember, when we get to the point when we're taking our foot out towards the mat, take it really, really slowly. It's an awkward mood, but it will help to open up your side body and strengthen up your side core, your obliques. Bend your knee. Take that foot out to the ground. Take your hand up towards the ceiling. Always an option to do this with a bent knee. Exhale. Bend your knees a lot. Bring your foot back to meet the back foot. Pause. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, knee to same elbow. Keep thinking about that length in your back when your foot is going up. Straight line from your foot all the way down to your hand. Inhale, up. Knee to elbow. Inhale, up. Slowly bend that knee, bring that foot forward. Drop the back knee to the mat. Flatten your foot onto the mat. Option to stay right where you are, breathing in and out, thinking about the length in your spine. And if you want a slightly deeper stretch, come on down to your forearms. Let your foot fall out to the side and your hip fall out to the side for a hip stretch. Inhale, exhale, let go. Curl the toes of your back foot under, straighten that leg, bring the front leg to meet the back leg. Slowly walk your feet towards your hands. Maybe pulling yourself a little closer to your legs this time, or bending your knees a lot to make sure that your spine is straight. Letting everything fall out of your head. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale halfway up. Slowly roll all the way up. Head is the last thing to come up. And turn towards the long end of your mat. Let's do a few shoulder rolls. Let that go. Take your hands, bend one wrist back, and then point your fingers down towards the floor. Take your other hand and pull them back. A little wrist stretch. We've been really working those wrists. Other side. Bring the hands together and just roll them out. Really pull in your core. Let your hands melt down. Then bring your hands to your hips. Really bringing in the core. Turn out your left leg. Toes are on the mat. Heel is above the ankle. Get really grounded. And from the strength of your core, bring your foot to your leg, either above or below the knee, trying to make sure your hips are in neutral. Really press that foot into your leg and your leg into your foot. Bring your arms up, hands to your third eye, to your heart, back to your hips. Step your foot down. Pause. Second side. Bring your abs really tightly in as if you were wearing a corset. Bring your toes to the mat, heels above the ankle. When you're ready, bring that foot up to the calf, above or below the knee. Pushing that foot into the calf, leg into the foot. Grow your tree. Bend your arms, hands to your third eye, to your heart. You're reaching for inspiration. Hands to hips, foot to mat. Step your feet out almost as wide as the mat. Turn your toes in and your heels out, pigeon-toed. Really lengthen your spine towards the ceiling and slowly come on down. Head is pointing towards the mat. Letting go. Once again, thinking about our third eye. Maybe holding behind your calves again and pulling yourself a little closer to your legs. It's fine if you have your legs a little bend in your legs. Bring one hand below your face. Reach the other hand up towards the ceiling. Really stretch out. Bring that hand down. Other arm reaches up. Opening your heart up to love. Letting your heart guide you. Bringing that hand down towards the mat. Letting go. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, slowly straighten all the way up. Turn your toes towards the short end of your mat. Square your hips towards the long end of your mat. Then bend that front knee. Take your arms out towards the side, looking over your front arm. Inhale up. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Take your hips to the back of your mat. Stretch that front arm up, down to wherever you reach on your leg. Thinking about length from the back foot to the top of your head. You can look forward, you can look down, you can look up at the hand that's reaching towards the ceiling, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Inhale, back up. Take your hands to your hips. Turn the back leg, toes forward. And what was your front leg is now the back leg. Deeply bend your front knee, squaring your hips towards the long end of your mat, bringing your arms out, stretching from one fingertips all the way through to the other. Exhale, bend down. Inhale, up. Exhale, we're strengthening our knees here. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend down. Inhale, straighten that leg. Slightly bring that back foot in. Bring your hips toward the back of your mat. Stretch the front arm up and then down to your leg. Maybe you reach the floor, maybe you don't. The point of the pose is to strengthen from that back foot all the way up to your head. Exhale, bring your feet down to the mat, bend the back knee, come back into tabletop. Pause. Bring your hips toward your feet, your head to the mat if possible. Bring your hands back towards your feet. Once again, thinking about our third eye. Slowly bring your hands back towards the mat, straightening your arms, pushing yourself upright. Come into an easy seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Bring the palms of your hands together. Take your thumbs to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows. And then to your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Namaste.